PYX 106.
It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. On the phone, our buddy Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti.
And Paul, so Quinn posted this on Facebook last week, and I didn't believe it. But then, you know, our guy, our liaison to discuss what we talk about, brought it up. And Clark said this is true.
Yeah.
Is this really true? Smart TVs, are they watching me, Paul?
Well, if you've got a really expensive smart TV, they could be. What's happening is this. They developed a new feature, and the feature is a voice recognition software. So if you say, I want to watch college sports today, what it does, it takes that actual voice command, it sends that to a third-party vendor, someone who recognizes the voice recognition software, and they then send a pulse to your TV, and voila, you've got college basketball options displayed for you. But what happens is, during the course of you asking for that college basketball, it's actually like a live tape. It's actually recording your voice. So if, in fact, there's some extraneous sounds behind you, if your wife or someone in your house is giving the last four digits of your Social Security number, that same information is also being sent to that third-party vendor, and it just seems odd that something you say in your house privately is now being exposed.
Really quickly, these smart TVs, and I priced them. I went to look at a bunch of stuff this weekend, but I didn't buy it. I they're not even as expensive as you think now, these smart TVs. They're under $1,000 for a 60, 55, 58-inch kind of television. So, I mean, a lot of people are buying them, but this is pretty frightening.
It just got it's somewhere. What happened is somewhere in that big, thick manual you get in the privacy section, it was a one-liner.
Right.
And somebody, to their credit, actually read it. And they got to that point, and they said, well, it can't be. And that's what they started blogging, social media, and then they sort of came forth and said, yeah, I guess that's exactly right. You know, what you say will be in your house.
Paul, if somebody like smokes a lot of pot in their house, will like Cheech and Chong movies and stuff start getting pulled up on my TV? That kind of thing?
I don't think it's the smell or a visual. I think it has to be a voice command. But I guess if your voice is a bit jumbled, and you're right, you're kind of talking slow. Maybe they could, sure.
But, I'm not surprised at what these smart TVs do, because in your smartphone, like I think there's like fine print where it says the government can turn on your mic and or your camera. Like they could. Whoever runs my smartphone could turn it on at any point.
And if it's not in your fine print, you know they can anyways.
What's in your fine print of like your Google or your Gmail? It's like it's in there. Like so why not a smart TV watching?
And why not legislation against fine print?
Right.
We're living in strange times, and I think that it's nothing that got highlighted. I think now people are trying to figure out questions like you just asked. Well, okay, is that happening with my phone when I'm voice texting and using Siri? And there's no indication that it is right now, but yeah, you know, that's how we live, and so the whole privacy aspect of the law, I think, is just going to get bigger and bigger because you know, people they don't even want to believe that it's happening.
What size TV you got over there at the Harding estate?
We got a couple of them.
What's the big one?
Yeah, I don't even know. You know, I'm not a big measurement guy. You know, I don't even. Yeah. It sounds
because I'm hearing like 64 is the new 48.
Oh yeah, and there's 70-inch TVs like they're going out of style.
But like I have a 48 or a 42, and it's like tiny compared to all my other friends.
Yeah. It's amazing. You got to go to like any of the Best Buys or anything.
I don't have a big enough wall for a 70-inch TV.
I came very close.
The pricing of these things. I bought one many years ago, probably 13 when they first came out.
Yeah.
And I'd be embarrassed to tell you what I paid. And truth be told, I still have that TV somewhere in the house. You know, it's still operational. But yeah, I mean, it was 10 times what they're paying now.
You tell them your story.
Here's my story.
Tell them your story. There might be a lawsuit here, Ganter.
In 2003, I bought a liquid. It was liquid HD.
LCD.
For a really like a lot of money, so I could watch the Red Sox Yankees ALCS in 2003.
Right, perfectly good excuse to buy a TV.
And I had no interest as long as I paid it off, but I missed the last payment, so I paid about $4,000 for a 17-inch flat screen. But it still it runs well.
Still kicks ass for you.
It still kicks ass. I see it's in the bedroom.
If you just draw it out another 12, 13 years, you might get your money's worth out of that thing, buddy. All right, Paul. Well, thanks, man. I gotta know if there's a lawsuit on it, we'll follow up on it. You never know. Someone's gonna get their information, and someone's gonna blame that. But either way, it's a weird story. 1-800-LAW-1010,
Sure is.
1-800-LAW-1010.com.
Thanks, Paul.
It's PYX 106.
Thanks, guys.
Quinn and Cantera. Mornings on PYX 106.